What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we are back with another new look rebuild, as today we're going to be doing the new look Chicago Bulls. Before we get this video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one, of course subscribe if you're new, and also comment down the next team you guys want to see in this new look rebuild series. We've done the Warriors, we've also done the Nuggets, and today we're doing the Chicago Bulls. So we still have plenty of other teams to do if you want to comment a suggestion down in the comment section below for what team you want to see next. But if we take a look at the roster, the Bulls got DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Nikola Vucevic, Lonzo Caruso. They signed Andre Drummond this offseason. They got Patrick Williams, Kobe White, Ayo Dosunmu, Javonte Green, I should say, Derek Jones Jr. Goran Dragic was also another player they signed. Tony Bradley. I mean, there's a lot of interesting players here. This team is actually really deep, so it's going to be interesting to see how we're going to play this whole thing out. They also re-signed Derek Jones. So, yeah, I'm not really sure what this full rotation is going to look like. I feel like there's going to be some guys on the outside looking in if I run a 9-man rotation like I usually do. You got DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine at your forefront. They obviously gave Zach LaVine his max extension or max contract, which you love to see. Keeping him was the right move, as we all know. But we're going to go into next season. We're going to look at the rotation. We're going to look at shot tendencies, and we're going to see how things look. So as you guys know, if you've been watching the first two episodes, I don't really do anything the first season. I mean, these teams in real life just went through their whole offseason, so I really want to see what 2K thinks about the offseasons if we take a real quick look at it. So let's go take a peek at it. 14 is our power ranking, and here is your rotation if we don't touch anything. So it's a 9-man rotation under Billy Donovan, Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan. That seems all correct to me. Patrick Williams, Vucevic. That seems like the correct starting five. I think that's what we'll see, just like we saw last year. Alex Caruso as your 6th man. I like that a lot. Kobe White also off the bench, Andre Drummond, and then you got Ayo Dosunmu, and then you got like Javonte Green, Derek Jones. See, this is where it gets interesting because you got a guy like Goran Dragic that they signed, but we don't even have a minute, and he's down to a 74 overall. So don't really know if I want to force Goran Dragic minutes. I always thought the Goran Dragic signing was weird anyway because I liked what they already had in Dosunmu and also Kobe White, which I assume that would mean that Kobe White could potentially be traded eventually, just because I think he's on the last year of his contract. So maybe, just maybe, we look to move him at the trade deadline. That could make some sense. And then Dosunmu has looked good. So, yeah, I mean, it's tough, man, because I want to get Goran Dragic some minutes. They also drafted Dalen Terry, so there's definitely some interesting backup point guard. You know, you got a very, very interesting backup point guard group. And then Dalen Terry, I guess, listed as shooting guard. And so is Kobe White. But you got some guards, I should say. Very interesting guard rotation. So regardless, though, I'm just going to simulate the season. We're going to see how things go. I feel bad for not having Goran Dragic in the rotation, but the man is a 74 overall compared to Dosunmu being a 79. Like, it's pretty easy decision for me. Proficiency, 4-star balanced. We're going to run it like that. And then 7 seconds, 3.5. Yeah, so we'll leave it at a balanced system. And shot tendencies, taking a real quick look at it. So Zach LaVine's 95. DeRozan, I think, needs to be high, just like Zach LaVine. He was one of their best players last year, arguably. And then Vucevic at 89, I guess, is fine. I might boost that a little bit down. And then Caruso, 43, maybe boost that up to like a 51-ish. Kobe White. Drummond's is really high. Not sure how I feel about that. I don't want Drummond taking a ton of shots. So 72. Dosunmu, we'll move it down maybe like to an 82. Patrick Williams, boost him up a little bit. See if he can shoot some more. So yeah, I'll leave that all the way it is. So we're gonna simulate this season. We're gonna see how this team does in 2K. See what this team looks like, and see if we can end up making the playoffs or not. And maybe, just maybe, we decide to stop at the trade deadline to make a trade. If not, I'll just see you in the playoffs. Hopefully, we are a playoff team. So we are at the trade deadline. I'm looking to boost the roster a little bit. So we have Kobe White, Tony Bradley, Jakob Poeltl, and Keita Bates-Diop. So basically, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to get more rim protection. And Jakob Poeltl is definitely somebody the Bulls should be interested in. They were after Gobert, I think, and it, you know, obviously didn't work out because Minnesota gave up what they did. But regardless, I feel like Kobe White can make a lot of sense in San Antonio, and I feel like Jakob Poeltl makes a lot of sense for us. So I'm going to try to make this trade happen, and they agree. So just like that, Kobe White for Jakob Poeltl. I feel like that's a very fair trade, and just like that, we have Jakob Poeltl as a brand new rim protecting center, which is definitely what we needed because Vucevic just really isn't that for us, as we know, as we saw in the playoffs. So now that we have Jakob Poeltl, that makes things interesting with Drummond and, you know, Vucevic. So Vucevic right now is on an expiring contract, which kind of makes me want to move him, to be honest with you. So that is why we kind of traded for Jakob Poeltl. So Jakob Poeltl is going to step up into our brand new center role, and now I'm going to be looking to move Vucevic here at the trade deadline. So we're looking to get aggressive, retool the roster a little bit, because right now we're currently the 9th seed, which just isn't good enough. So Jakob Poeltl is going to bring that rim protection we're looking for. And now it's time to see what we can get for Vucevic. And now we're in negotiation with the Charlotte Hornets where I'm trying to get PJ Washington from them. So Vucevic, Vontae Green, and a lottery protected Portland pick for PJ Washington and Kelly Oubre. Not sure the Hornets are all that willing to accept this, but basically we get a brand new power forward here next to Patrick Williams as well to kind of have a nice power forward rotation there. 13 points. PJ Washington having a solid year. And the Charlotte Hornets get themselves a center next LaMelo. So would they accept this is the question. They do not accept just yet. I feel like we could maybe entice this trade a little bit. So like maybe if we threw in like Derrick Jones Jr., they'd probably accept this. So all this. And I feel like this should be acceptable. And just like that, we move on from Nikola Vucevic, give up that Portland pick, and we get Kelly Oubre and PJ Washington. So we have kind of retooled the roster a little bit. So now Lonzo Ball, Derozan, Zach LaVine with some more rim protection and some more help defense. So I like that a lot. So now when you look at the rotation after all the moves we have made, it's Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine, DeRozan, PJ Washington steps into that power forward role. And you got Jakob Poeltl, Alex Caruso, Kelly Oubre, Andre Drummond, Ayo Dosunmu, and Patrick Williams not being in the rotation does not sit right with me. So we got to fix that for sure. So I think this year, I might look to, well, I guess we could just run a Tamna rotation for the rest of the season, I guess, if we want to, because I don't feel good about Patrick Williams not being in the rotation at all. I actually kind of like him as a starting power forward, but I mean, I guess PJ Washington's having a really good year, so they want to start him right now. I do like bringing in Washington and Jakob Poeltl. Kelly Oubre is somebody that I don't plan on keeping long term. He was kind of here for the matching salary, so I guess if the trade wasn't technically completed, we could kind of push him to like a third team and get like a first round pick out of it. I'm more than okay with that as well. So like the Bucks give me an expiring Brook Lopez or something like that, I'm okay with that. Rashawn Holmes a second, maybe do that Brook Lopez or the Reggie Bullock second round pick trade. Joe Harris, take on Joe Harris's salary, and we give them Goran Dragic, give Goran Dragic back to Brooklyn. That could be something, because then we could technically use Joe Harris's salary in the offseason. So yeah, I like the idea of that. So I'm going to make this trade. We're going to get a first round pick for Kelly Oubre. So I'm going to do that trade. I'm going to make that a 3-team deal, I guess you could say. And now Patrick Williams in the rotation comfortably. So feeling good about that. And then Joe Harris is going to be in a salary I'm going to use in the offseason, I think, to make another trade if we need to. So this is going to be a rotation. So Washington, Jakob Poeltl, brand new front court, makes things a little bit interesting. I don't know if that's going to change anything for us, but let's see what happens. As we know, Luka wins MVP, Chet's your Rookie of the Year, Jordan Poole's 6th man on the Golden State Warriors, Giannis Defensive Player, Kevin Porter Jr. Most Improved, and Ime Udoka Coach of the Year, and Jacob Parks your Executive. So all NBA first, you got Luka, Harden, Giannis, Simmons, Jokic. All NBA second team, Shea, Trae Young, Butler, Tatum, Embiid. All NBA third team with Cade, Bradley Beal, LeBron, KD, and Anthony Davis. All defensive first team and all defensive second team. So we are the 7th seed in the Eastern Conference, so we are at the top of the play-in tournament, which is cool, but at the same time, I'd rather just be a playoff team. So 22 from Zach LaVine, 21 from DeMar DeRozan, 14 from Lonzo Ball, 13 from PJ Washington. We had 10 from Ayo Dosunmu, 9 from Patrick Williams, and then 8 from Caruso, 8 from Drummond, 9 from Jakob Poeltl, also almost 2 blocks per game, which is what we got him for. We wanted some rim protection, so Jakob Poeltl definitely has helped out with that. So I love that for us. But regardless, let's see if we can get out of the play-in tournament. We get Cleveland in round 1, so let's just go and we end up winning. So we're in the playoffs. Let's go. So now we get Philadelphia in the first round, which isn't going to be easy. I'm actually going to shrink this down to an 8-man rotation just because I want the best chance possible to potentially upset. So they want to start Patrick Williams, which I like for defensive purposes. Him being back in there makes a lot of sense to me. I don't like starting Drummond, though, in the playoffs. I'm going to put Drummond down here. Just that's how I feel about this. So we're going to have Jakob Poeltl be that rim protecting center we need him to be. So I like that a lot. So we're going to see how things go. Proficiency is leading us at a 4-star balance, and we get Philadelphia, which I don't know if we're going to win this because Philadelphia always seems to win the championship year number 1. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But hey, maybe getting them a run for their money. Game 1, we actually win. So we beat them by 1 point. So Harden and Joel Embiid had a good game, and we still won. DeMar drops 35 in game 1. Love to see that. Game 2, they even it up 109-98. So game 3, they're up 2-1. They're probably going to go up 3-1 here. They do, and they're going to beat us in 5, aren't they? So we win game 1, kind of make things interesting, but then we end up losing 4 straight. So unfortunate circumstances, but now we could kind of retool the roster a little bit more in the offseason. We have Joe Harris's money, which we kind of planned on having. So I like that a lot. And then we have some other things we can make happen. So I feel like we can still make like a really good trade this offseason to push this Bulls team over the top. I like what we were able to look at all those Knicks picks, man. Those are insane. But Spurs get number 3, Magic get number 1. So Magic can have Paulo and Victor Wembanyama, so that's interesting. And then you got Hornets number 6. And then the Knicks picks, a lot of those were protected, so they're not all there anymore. But regardless, I feel like we have the ability, and then I don't think we have our pick this offseason, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it goes to the Orlando Magic, which is the case. We don't have our pick, which we know is unfortunate. But head coach, I mean, probably just want Billy Donovan back. We made the playoffs, and he should be just fine. So I'll just, hire Billy Donovan back to be our head coach. I'm going to follow this coaching staff, and we're going to try to make a trade. I might have to wait till after draft night to where I have everybody under contract, maybe. Which is what we'll probably do, because I don't even think we have any, like I said, no draft picks. We're not going to really do anything with draft capital. So we're going to have to make player for player trades, and we should be able to form something. But regardless, let's go to the draft. Let's go to draft night, and let's see if there's anything we can do right now. So Joe Harris's money, I like that a lot. Dalen Terry, not sure I'm going to, just simply trade him, but I like Lonzo, Zach LaVine, and DeMar DeRozan. I like that a lot, and then Caruso is solid as well. We do have a first round pick, but let's go to player options. Just go straight to player options. Have all of our assets as much as possible. Patrick Williams is back, and then qualifying offers: Dosunmu, PJ Washington, Kid Bates, Diop are all free agents. I wouldn't mind having them all back, and then also Jakob Poeltl is also a free agent, which we want to bring him back. So I'm gonna go ahead and just offer him a contract now, and he's gonna be a ton cheaper than Nikola Vucevic, which is also really cool. So we got our rim protecting center in Jakob Poeltl. So now what do we need? I mean, it's pretty obvious. The glaring hole on this team is the power forward position. I guess if we wanted like an elite power forward, we could maybe find a way to do it using Patrick Williams if we wanted to. As much as I like the guy, if we're trying to win a championship, we got to do something to make the roster better. So not really sure where we go for that, but I'm going to take a peek around the league and see if there's anything we can do to make something happen. So there's actually a bunch of intriguing power forwards I kind of want on this roster. I mean, you got Jaren Jackson, which I think he'd be a little bit tough to get. You got John Collins, which I think he's gettable, but just do I want him is the question. What else do we got? You got the Jazz with Jared Vanderbilt. Don't really want him today. Randall, I'm not really all that intrigued in, but I kind of like the idea of Ben Simmons, and I also kind of like the idea of Siakam on the Raptors. So just some good options here, to be honest with you. Really can't go wrong with any of those guys. So which one do I want the most, though? So, I mean, Siakam's cool, but also at the same time, Ben Simmons would be really cool. And then I feel like John Collins could also make some sense. But I guess if we want to have like the best perimeter defense or just best defense possible, I think you go with either Ben Simmons or Siakam. So between one of those guys, I mean, Simmons is better overall wise and a lot younger. So if I can get Ben Simmons in Chicago, I'm going to try to do it. I don't think I've traded for Ben Simmons in a while, so this could also be fun. So I'm going to try to pull off Ben Simmons here as Brooklyn looks to, obviously rebuild. So I'm going to give them Joe Harris's money, which I'm not sure how far off we still are. So we still have a little bit. We do have to include Patrick Williams, I imagine, in this trade, which is unfortunate, but I think it's worth it. So Dalen Terry might be somebody I'm also trading away. So I don't know. I'll offer these three for Simmons. They're not going to get it done with that. What if I offer my 2025 pick that I just got and then 2027 for Simmons? Do they accept this? This is my best trade package possible, and they don't agree to that. And then I guess I'll also give up a second. No. Okay, what if I gave up that 2024 first? Okay, we got Ben Simmons. I might have given up a little bit too much, but I mean, we just put ourselves in a great position to be a contender, which is what I wanted to do in this video. So we give up Joe Harris, Patrick Williams, Dalen Terry, and 3 firsts. Or 4. Is that 4 firsts? Wait, 1. No, it's 3. Okay, it's 3. It's only 3, thankfully. I was about to say, I gave up 4 firsts for Ben Simmons. Now we have a very, very interesting rotation of Simmons, Zach LaVine, Lonzo Ball, DeMar DeRozan, Alex Caruso. I mean, the defense just got so much better, though. That's what I love. The perimeter defense is so much better around these guys, and I'm feeling very intrigued by that. So now we can go ahead and re-sign Washington, Kid Bates, Diop, Jakob Poeltl. So that is what the plan's going to be there. And then Ayo Dosunmu will be back as well. So we'll also have a very good bench despite making that trade. And I know some Bulls fan might be upset for me trading Dalen Terry. But hey, man, if we win a championship, I hope you forgive me. So I'm going to re-sign Kid Bates, Diop, and I'm also going to re-sign PJ Washington. So I like everything we've done so far. So let's sign those guys back. We'll have them part of the rotation, and we have the ability to sign someone else still. So Lonzo and Alex Caruso, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, PJ Washington, Kid Bates, Diop, and then Jakob Poeltl. I'm going to move Kid Bates, Diop to the small forward position to be our backup 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need a backup center or a backup shooting guard to kind of have a full rotation. But actually, we just need Dosunmu back. So let's just get a backup center, and then Dosunmu should be back. So what do we want as far as my backup center position is concerned? Steven Adams could be solid. I feel like he'll go down. But Omer here, I'm going to give Omer a deal to be my backup center. And then Sumu, can I just re-sign him outright? Because that's who I want back. I don't really want anybody else. And it doesn't say I can sign him, which doesn't make sense. But regardless, Sumu should be back. Tyler Cook is prepared, and I don't. Yeah. Yeah, you can go to the Lakers. That's fine. Sumu, please come back. And he is back. All right, boom. So just like that, we have a interesting rotation in Chicago. Derozan goes down to an 85, which is unfortunate. But now you have Ben Simmons, Lonzo Ball, two really good perimeter lockdown defenders. Zach LaVine doesn't really need to worry about defense much as much anymore. DeMar DeRozan, Jakob Poeltl, rim protecting center, PJ Washington, Sumu. Caruso's going down. Omer is up, and Keita Bates Diop is down to a 75 overall. So I'm feeling pretty good about this rotation, though. I really like what we accomplished. Did we give up a lot? Yes, but we've seen the Bulls front office be very aggressive, so I'm happy to continue that here. So power ranking lands is number 1. I think with Ben Simmons joining us, this makes this roster so much more elite. So I love this roster. So looking at this big 4 with Jakob Poeltl, Washington, Sumu, Caruso, and then we can run Omer here as well. I mean, I'm feeling really very good about this. I really do love our chances here. So I'm gonna move Caruso to shooting guard, I guess, if I have to. He goes down. Sumu stays the same, so I guess I'll move Sumu there. All right, so now we'll have Lonzo, Zach LaVine, DeRozan, Ben Simmons, Jakob Poeltl, Washington, Sumu, Caruso, and Omer. Come on now, this has got to be a good team this year. We got the 7 seed last year, 4-star perimeter defense, or 4-star balance, I should say. So let's run this season though under this new team that we have with Ben Simmons, Jakob Poeltl being our front court. Next to Lonzo, Zach LaVine, DeRozan. I'm intrigued. I'm excited. Let's see what happens. So at the end of the season, Luka Doncic wins MVP once again. Victor Wembanyama Rookie of the Year in Orlando. So if the Magic can land Victor and Paulo Banchero back-to-back drafts, that's pretty good. Wendell Carter, 6th man of the year for them. And then Giannis Defensive Player. Jonathan Kuminga Most Improved. Chris Finch is your coach leader in Minnesota. And Nathan Mack is your executive, and that's also in Minnesota. All NBA first team got Luka, Trae Young, Giannis, Tatum, Jokic. All NBA second team, taking a real quick look, Edwards, Garland, KD, Jimmy Butler, Embiid. And all NBA third team, all defensive first team, and all defensive second team. So no Ben Simmons or no Jakob Poeltl or anything like that. But we did get the first seed in the East, ladies and gentlemen. So it was really close, I think. So yeah, we tied with the Philadelphia 76ers. But after that, we're kind of, 6 games above the rest. So hopefully this leads to a championship this year. We made all these moves, went all in to make something happen. So 28 from Zach LaVine, 21 from DeMar DeRozan, 17 from Lonzo Ball, 16.5 from Ben Simmons, 13 from Sumu, 10 from PJ Washington, 5 from Omer off the bench, then 5 and 8 from Jakob Poeltl, and almost 2 blocks, which is what we needed him for. Don't need him to score too much. Caruso with 5 points. So Jakob Poeltl just needed to be that rim running center, and he was definitely that for us. And then 3-point percentage, 42 from Zach LaVine, 30 from DeMar DeRozan, 45 from Lonzo, and then Simmons even shot some 30%. Sumu 40, 35. For the most part, the spacing can be there. It might be a little bit interesting to have DeMar and Ben Simmons out there at the same time, but I mean, it looks like we made it work. We got the first seed in the East. So here we go. Can we get so we get to play Brooklyn in round 1, which I don't love because I feel like if I get 8th seeded here, I'm going to be super upset. I feel bad about trading Patrick Williams away. I really do. If I could have kept him, I would have. But I feel like they definitely would have wanted him for Ben Simmons. So, although I'm feeling intrigued about this roster, I'm a little nervous going up against the Nets. So, game 1, we're up 1-0. Beat them by 7 or 5, I guess I should say, if I can count. Game 2, we're up 2-0. So far, so good. Beat them by 8. PJ Washington is our leading scorer in that one. Shoots 9-10 from the field. Game 3, they win game 3. Okay, Kevin Durant drops 40. Game 4, we're up 3-1. Okay, that's intriguing. And then 33 from KD. 30 from Lonzo. Can we beat them in 5? Yes, we can. We're on to the second round. So just like that, we take care of Brooklyn. And now we get Boston in round 2. So we got Brogdon, we got Brown, Tatum, Grant Williams, Robert Williams, Marcus Smart. And obviously you got our squad. So game 1, we're down 1-0, lose by 2. Down 2-0. We're going to go down 3-0. Or can we even it up here? We're down 3-1. Damn, okay. So sim casting, we did all this just to maybe lose in round 2. Super unfortunate circumstances here. We got to lock it in. We got to see if we can come back from 3-1 deficit here against Boston. Can we do it? Boston's a team that just went to the finals, so we can't be too surprised if we lose here. They're a good team out east, and it's not looking good. Well, we do take the lead, but they take it back, and they're going to hold on to it, and they ultimately beat us here in round 2 to eliminate us 120-117. Super unfortunate, but I feel like we could do one more thing this offseason to ultimately put us maybe in a better position. So we got all these guys retiring. Derrick Rose retires in Toronto. Danny Green retiring on the Blazers. Interesting. Draft lottery time, and it is time to make another intriguing trade this offseason. So somebody I don't want to trade, but for some reason I feel like 2K is not a big fan of him, is DeMar DeRozan. He is a free agent, so if I did trade him, it would be like a sign and trade type thing. We don't have a draft pick. You know, we've made plenty of trades where we don't have one. So player options, Lonzo Ball, and we're going to accept Caruso. Lonzo Ball is free agent as well. And then Dylan Windler or Ayo Dosunmu, sure, wouldn't mind them back. Free agency, though. So does that mean we have money freed up right now? No, it does not mean that at all. Okay, so DeMar DeRozan wants $28 million and Dosunmu wants $13 million. I definitely want Lonzo Ball back, like no doubt in my mind. I want Lonzo. But as far as DeMar DeRozan is concerned, I might work out a sign and trade with him just because he is getting up there in age, and I feel like he has 7 offers, so we have to move fast. So I'm going to give DeMar DeRozan his deal. I'm going to give him a 4-year 25, and he is back. So we are going to sign and trade DeMar DeRozan and get something in return for him because I feel like we got something for DeRozan. It might make all the difference in the world because he's just up there in age. So Middleton, Kevin Love, Royce O'Neal, Marcus Smart, Zubac. See if I like any of these trades real quick. Aaron Gordon, Chris Duarte, Gary Trent, Josh Hart, Nikola Vucevic, Joshua Primo, Mikal Bridges, and Landry Shamet. Well, the Suns just tried to give DeMar DeRozan an offer, I think it was. Was it? No, that was Detroit, wasn't it? I do like the idea of Mikal Bridges, though. Not going to lie to you. Nurkic, Jordan Poole, that's cool as well. Cameron Johnson is in the Wizards uniform. Okay, I'm doing this trade with the Suns. I'm getting Mikal Bridges and also getting Landry Shamet. Mikal Bridges becomes my brand new starting small forward. I get rid of DeRozan. Man, I've made some crazy trades in this video. Not going to lie to you, but Mikal Bridges adds on to the defense we already have. So now our offensive options are pretty much Simmons, Lonzo, and Zach LaVine. And DeMar DeRozan was 34 years old, so I feel like he was slowing us down. At least in 2K. I'm not saying in real life he would be bad if he was that old, but 2K, they don't like older players. So now we sign Ayo Dosunmu back, and I think we have our full rotation again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, we have our full rotation going to player progression. Gonna go at it one more year with DeRozan gone. Got Mikal Bridges in return, and now we're going to see what this team can do in year number 3. So this will be intriguing. This will be interesting. I mean, we got the first seed last year, so let's see if we can do that again. Sucks to lose DeMar DeRozan, but I feel like it's for our best interest. So hopefully this team ends up being a lot better than they were last year, and it made all the sense in the world to trade DeRozan. Man, have I gone off the rails in this video, but it ultimately leads us to the Coach of the Year with Billy Donovan, 61-21. So hopefully this is our year to go on and win the championship for the Chicago Bulls. So yes, we've done a lot of crazy things. We made a lot of crazy trades. LaVine averages 31, Lonzo averages 20, 17 from Simmons, 16 from Dosunmu, 12 from PJ Washington. So yes, while we did miss DeMar DeRozan scoring probably, we did have some guys step up. So that is all that matters. So here we go, man. We are looking to win a championship this year, though. So hopefully all the trades that I've made in this video have been kind of worth it at the end here, because this is the last and final season. So somebody current round against Indiana. We have Scooter Henderson, and we beat them in 5. So we move on, and now they get to deal with the Orlando Magic, who obviously have Wembanyama and Paulo Banchero. So they also have Jalen Suggs, Cole Anthony, and DeAndre Hunter. DeJounte Murray off the bench. This is going to be tough. We might lose this. Orlando, who we made a trade with, you know, or the Vucevic trade in real life, I guess we could say. We're up 2-1, though. We're up 3-1, and hey, if we take care of Orlando, we could be in business. We do beat them in 6. Okay. So we get Cleveland now. So Cleveland in their own right's a good roster as well. But I feel like that Orlando roster was a little bit more intimidating. So hopefully this ultimately leads us to move on. Game 1, we lose. Game 2, even it up. Game 3, up 2-1. All right. I think this is going to lead to where we wanted to be. Let's go. Now we get the Mavericks, who have Luka, Richardson, Tim Hardaway, Finney Smith, Christian Wood, Gary Payton. Like that pickup for them. Looney, and then Lonnie Walker and Malachi Flynn. All right, we got this far. I'm not trying to lose to the Mavericks. Game 1, we win easily. Game 2, they even it up. We're up 2-1. Can we up 3-1? Yes, we can. And can we win with the Bulls? Game 6. Let's go, baby. We have won a championship with the Chicago Bulls in this video. I made a lot of crazy trades today. I honestly, you know what? I'm just gonna say it now. If you made it to the end of this video, I guarantee go looking down in the comment section below. I feel like there's gonna be at least one person that says clicked off the video after you did such and such. I feel like that's just gonna be, there's gonna be a couple comments like that today. I feel like, I mean, once I get a little crazy like this, which I did go a little crazy today, I'm not gonna lie, but at the end of the day, I'm happy with the roster I put together. Would you rather me do this or just sit still and stay complacent and we watch what happens? I don't know, man. I think that it's nice to have a bit of both, I guess you can say. But regardless, I'm very happy with the roster we put together around Zach LaVine and Lonzo Ball. Getting Ben Simmons was nice. Maybe gave up a little too much. Got Mikal Bridges for DeMar DeRozan there. You know, got younger at that position. So, like that a lot. And our perimeter defense, I mean, we got a lot of good defenders here around Lonzo and Zach LaVine, which obviously Lonzo in his own right's a good defender as well. So, very intriguing roster. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Drop a like if you did and comment down the next team you want to see. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.